Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Hildebrand. In the last episode, we were trying to track down Yojimbo, Jim, who made off with the Soburo Sukahiro, if I remember correctly the name of the sword. And so to do that, we broke the wolf burglar out of jail to help. Because we figured that Yojimbo was going after the Amanoomura Kumo. And so we tracked him down to the Ruby Sea. And, but he escaped. And Shigure, I think is his name, got arrested. And then we had to go fight Yojimbo, who turned out to actually be Gilgamesh. We got the rundown of what happened with him, and we're now trying to prove that the Soburo Sukahiro was actually originally stolen by Akebono, and that the wolf burglar was only trying to get it back in an effort to try to clear Shigure's name. So, that's kind of a general overview of where we're at, if I'm remembering correctly. So, we are still working on that. We need to question some residents in Kugane. And, figure out what it is we're going to do. Alright, so let's, going the wrong way. Let's get to it. Byakudan. We've talked to you several times already. How did Akebono earn his fortune, you ask? By peddling a variety of medicinal wares for all manner of purposes. From what I heard, they were all remarkably effective and popular. He still enjoys a reputation as a premier source of alchemical goods. Whether I had the coin to afford such luxurious potions and potables, his clientele spends in a visit what I earn in a month. Alright. And we'll head further south here, into the market area. K10. I should be glad to speak of Master Akebono to you, albeit solely with regards to his character as a businessman. Like all who have risen to mercantile prominence, he has been at the center of rumor and intrigue. For every man who sings his praises, there are another who would curse his name. None will deny the efficacy of his medicines, which is to be expected given that he utilizes the finest ingredients from that birthplace of alchemy, Raz.Han. His satisfied customers are beyond counting. On the other hand, none can deny the exorbitant profits he has reaped by tightly controlling the supply of Hanish ingredients. Absent competition, he is free to dictate prices as he sees fit. Unfortunately, this has led many in desperate need of his miraculous medicines to spend their entire life savings, or seek assistance from disreputable moneylenders. His practices are, ultimately, wholly within the confines of the law. So again, as a businessman, he is to be lauded for his success, but I will say nothing on his morals or ethics, or lack thereof. Alright, then. We're familiar with the alchemists of Raz.Han. Where am I going? This direction, apparently. I could have teleported myself, but I apparently decided not to. Alright. Gilgamesh, Nashu, and Hildebrand. Alright, Greg. Commanded to commit ritual suicide, eh? I knew he'd earned the ire of his masters, but not to such a degree. Nashu? We've got to help Shigure before it's too late. Yeah, we're working on it. Hildy? Have you tantalizing tidbits of information to share, my good woman? Come, out with it. Alright. Akabono built his fortune selling miraculous medicines for exorbitant prices. A man who preys on the sick and needy for personal gain, is he? As expected, there is far more to Master Akabono than meets the eye. Inspector, we've got to hurry. Shigure's execution is going to be carried out any moment now if we don't do something. What? Already? And here was hoping we might first conduct a thorough investigation and uncover information with which we might convince them to set the poor man free, but absent that... Bah, there are many roads which lead to just ends. If we must take a shortcut to avert a grave miscarriage of justice, then so be it. There he is with his new blonde hair. Honored brothers, I will not beg your forgiveness, only pray that by this humble offering of my life, that I might absolve the Seki Segumi of the shame I have brought upon it through my misdeeds. Ha! Where'd you get the outfit that fast? What is the meaning of this? That man is an imposter. Seize him. Seize him at once. Alright, well, he's providing a fine distraction for the moment. Shigure, now is your chance to escape. I will do no such thing. I may have lost what little honor was mine in life, but at least I can reclaim it in death. Your honor is yet yours, samurai. Ah. Hello there. You need not cut your belly open this day, Shigure, for you have the Soboro Tsukahiro and the infamous wolf burglar besides. But why? We had a deal, remember? Temporary release, and I am a wolf of my word. Alright, this is indeed the Soboro Tsukahiro. Very well, escort the wolf burglar back to his cell and send a runner to Master Akabono's estate at once. Well... You're off the hook, so it would seem. You're far from finished, Shigure. The wolf burglar may be in custody once more, but you still must answer for your reckless actions. Therefore, after further deliberation, I've decided that you will conduct a formal investigation into the rumors surrounding Master Akabono and... That will not be necessary. Indeed, with the return of the wolf burglar, I believe we can consider this tiresome affair resolved. Master Kumode. Wait, I know you. A Master Akabono's guest, the one that Geiko threw into the wall. Oh, surely you must be mistaken. I have no recollection of any such event, or of you, for that matter. You would have been bald at the time. Anyway, as I said before, I believe there is no need for any further investigation. Should you deem otherwise, you are free to proceed. However, such wasteful expenditures may force us to reconsider the resources we allocate to you and yours next year. Rest assured, Master Komode, that we value your counsel deeply and should be glad to defer to your judgment. Shigure, the matter of the Soboro Sukahiro and Master Akebono is now officially closed. That will be all. Well... yes, that will be all. Oh, what was that? Well, even if he can't, we still can. Nashu? Oh, Greg. It was just in the nick. Or before the nick, I should say. Nashu? Cool, we did it. We saved Shigure. Yes. Hildy. Verily, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have once more done the impossible and saved a man from certain death. A shame that the others seemed so eager to wash their hands of the affair. Not Shigure, though. I understand he still has questions for the wolf burglar. Alright then. What ho, Shigure, over here. He's gonna let his hair back down again. The blonde hair he inexplicably now has. My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing before you now. You'll forgive me for dispensing with further expressions of gratitude, for I have just returned from the jail where I spoke with the wolf burglar, who shared with me some rather troubling information. Do not give me in suspense, my good man. What is it? Not long after we delivered the wolf burglar into custody of the Sekisagumi, Master Akebono stormed into the jail and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents of his safe. You may recall that we spoke with Master Akebono concerning his theft shortly after we first met. He was rather secretive regarding said contents at the time, but the wolf burglar said it was an unmarked satchel filled with a white powder. Given Master Akebono's reputation as a purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of the poor and needy, as is his wont. However, since there was nothing to identify what manner of medicine it was, the wolf burglar decided to hold on to it for safekeeping. Plainly, however, it was no ordinary medicine, for why else would Master Akebono clamor for it so? My keen inspector sense is tingling. Where is the satchel now? In the possession of the men and women of the waterways. They will not admit this, however, unless we give them the proper password. As above, so below. Understood. Let us hasten to their den of iniquity. To the den of iniquity. It just so happens to be in this direction. Alright. Nashu, anything to say? I'm no good with dark places. Too easy to trip and bump your noggin. Hildebrand. Hello there, Koju. Enjoying another fine morning in the waterways? And Shigure. Somehow I doubt they'll ever consider me a friend. Well, you are the fuzz, so no. Gilgamesh. A fine hideaway this is, away from the prying eyes of the local constabulatory. Alright, Koju. Knew you'd lot turn up again sooner or later. Didn't expect to be bringing along another unfamiliar face, though. No matter. I'll eat the cut of his jib. So, what are you after this time? A certain satchel containing a certain white powder which once belonged to a certain merchant. The wolf burglar told me you have it. If he did, then he'd have told you the magic words, too. Yes, of course, they are... Soar high above and never go low. What? Kami, take me. No, this is no time for fun and games, Inspector. Get low, get low, get low. As above, so below. Alright, that's it. Nothing personal, but we've got to be careful. And if I know what it is, but my gut tells me it's nothing no honest man would keep in a locked safe. That said, a suspicious powder is far from incontrovertible proof of criminal misdeeds. We need to first determine what it is. Any ideas how you might do so? Seek the assistance of a Hanish alchemist or someone vested in their alchemical traditions? Perhaps someone at the Thavnarian consulate. Brilliant minds think alike, for I too reached that conclusion but a moment ago. Sure you did. To the Thavnarian consulate, my friends. Here, you can't simply go and bang on the gates of a foreign consulate and expect to... never mind. Alright, again, fastest way out of here is to just teleport myself. Alright, over to the Thavnarian consulate. Ah, yeah, that's the Garlean consulate there. This is the Thavnarian consulate here. Molnith. It is all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is of the utmost importance that we speak with your superiors. To reiterate, have you lot an appointment or not? Not as such, no. In my hands, they are tied. There are procedures, samurai, and much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but this is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made. What ho, young Manderville man? Ah, Godbert. Father. And who is your company? What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events too exhausting to detail. Of greater importance is what brings us to the consulate. You see, we must needs enlist the assistance of a Hanish alchemist, or one with encyclopedic knowledge of Hanish reagents. How fortunate, then, that we should chance to meet. I'm a representative of the Sajatra concern of Razadhan. Should you know not the name, we trade in all manner of alchemical goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you, indeed. To aid in the son of Lord Godbert Manderville and his comrades will be an honor most great. That is most generous of you, far be it from us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order? I say, let us not impose upon these hard-working keepers of the peace any longer. I guess we'll head over to that park. Oh, everyone's getting soaked in the rain. This powder. It is most fascinating. An ingredient of Hanish origin, this is true, but not one intended for medicinal purposes. dangerous purposes, rather. And for this region, its sale is forbidden. In the hands of a master alchemist, it could be used to create duprism. I'm sorry, duprism? A most powerful drug. A mere thimbleful is enough to befuddle the senses and render even the most strong-willed subject susceptible to any and all commands. You may be assured this is not an exaggeration. Resistance is most regrettably quite futile. Undetectable it is, save for the occasional glimmer in the eyes, a changing of the color, fleeting and impassable. Well, Akami, I have seen such a glimmer before. Oh, are you quite sure it was not a trick of the light? I saw it too. Master Kumode is being manipulated. Well deduced, my faithful assistant and undying fan. I was just about to voice the same conclusion. Well, if what you say is true, then a most terrible crime has been committed. Evidence must be gathered and those responsible must be punished. It all makes sense now. Why else would the chief coin counter of the Seiki Sugumi press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged him during their meeting. At last, you have motive, means, and opportunity. We have motive, means, and opportunity. Come, let us put an end to this once and for all. How wonderful it is to see Hildy's infectious enthusiasm inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. I guess he's here on business? Alright. Where are we headed? We're heading over here. Alright, Hildy. Akabono, we call on you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds. I think this is a bad idea, Hildebrand. Doesn't seem like anybody's home, does it? Wherever could he possibly be? Huh? That's impossible. Oh, look who it is. Huh. Glad you seen the last of me, did you? As if I'd content myself with sitting in a jail I could escape from, or I'd escape on a whim while you lot bungle your chance to bring my nemesis to justice. And by escaping on someone else's watch, no one can pin the blame on you this time, eh? Wouldn't want to repeat it before. Don't tell me this was your plan all along, to secure my freedom so we could expose Akabono's crimes together. And reclaim the Soburo Sukahiro into the bargain. Yeah, This is no small undertaking, and I knew I'd need all the help I can get. Now that we're all on the same page, let's be on our way. The bastard's bound for the Isle of Beko, off to meet with a silent partner, I'm told. Capital. If we hurry, perhaps we can beat Akabono to the punch. He may be an idiot, but he's got the right idea. There's no time to waste. Very well. If that's the way the winds are blowing, then let no one say I also don't blow. Or don't also blow. Okay, then. Strange way to put that. Alright. Follow the wolf burglar to the Ruby Sea, the Isle of Beko. Closest is the Tamamizu teleport. So, let's go there. And we gotta get out of here and get over there. So, I'll be back when we're there. Alright, here we are. So, I guess we're laying a trap. This is the place, I'm sure of it. All we have to do is wait. Or waiting in ambush, more like. Well, there he is. And look who it is. And it's Godbert. Father? By the Kami. Could it be that the inspector's father is in league with Akabono? Don't be daft. Look closer. As always, your discretion in these matters is greatly appreciated. As is yours, Master Akabono, but to the matter at hand, the dew prism. It has served you well, met your expectations, I trust? Exceeded them, I should say. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that a drug could be so powerful, so effective. Tasteless, odorless, colorless, the chief coin counter had no idea his drink had been compromised. He has already proven to be a most useful tool in manipulating the Sekisegumi, more than worth a regular upkeep to keep him in my thrall. Now that the Soboro Sukahiro is back where it belongs, I can set my sights on much bigger prizes. The Bugyosho, perhaps? Magistrate Akabono. Ha! Why not? All Kugane is mine for the taking. You're more right than you know, Master Akabono, for I come bearing a gift, courtesy of Manderville and Manderville, a most illustrious Eorzean consortium of which you have doubtless heard. Their resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Aldenard. But all their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, Lord Godbert, you will serve Master Akabono faithfully and without question, will you not? But of course, he's been drugged. Kami, forfend. He's under the influence of the dew prism. Wait, you fool. Now is not the time. Don't think you're gonna be able to stop him. Father, 'tis I, your beloved son, Hildebrand. Hearken to me. These men are villains. You are being deceived. The inspector arrives, just as I knew he would. Doubtless your friends are cowering and hiding, just as well. In one fell swoop, we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon Eorzea's most fearsome goldsmiths. I call upon the hammer. Go forth and lay waste to these interlopers. That's how it is, eh? Oh dear. And they've all been buried. Magnificent. Finish them all. Finish everyone. You did say everyone. It falls to you, Hildebrand, Heliodor Manderville, Maximilian Manderville. He's gonna suplex his own father. Alright, forgive me, father, but you know not what you do. You're a Manderville. Gonna break through. Oh, reversed. Manderville man. Abort, father, abort. Spare me your reverse, Manderville. Missed it. There we go. Phew. And I'm spent. What happened here? You took them all out. Well, this is all very embarrassing. Very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons to you all for my rather excessive display of martial prowess. Oh, and it should go without saying, but Manderville and Manderville will be severing all ties with the Sajatra concern. Rejoice, my friend, for we have reclaimed the Soboro Sukihiro once more. How fortunate the dastardly Akabono would be so loath to set it aside that he would rather bring it with him to a secret rendezvous. A final favor, if you'll indulge me. Lay it at my father's grave. Right then, I suppose you'll be wanting to get me back to the jail. Regardless of the reasons, a crime is a crime, and mine are many. And an upstanding Sekisegumi like yourself must adhere to a code, no? Indeed I must, which is why it will be with much regret that I inform my superiors I have seen neither hide nor hair of the notorious wolf burglar. Huh? You sure about this? Not if you ask me again. Go to your father. Shigeru has the right of it. You should be the one to bring your father's spirit the comfort and closure it deserves. You're mad, each and every one of you, even the samurai, and I'll love you all the more for it. Thank you. To hold fast to a righteous creed, yet recognize when too rigid an adherence would result in greater injustice. Truly, I am privileged to have witnessed this display of nuanced nobility. Would that, like the burglar, I might find a measure of peace in mourning mine own dearly departed? Oh, Enkidu, if only you knew how sorry I am. Eh? Enkidu, but how? Then what was it I ate that fateful day? Fools, think you this the end? I think not. Huzzah, you belong to me now, Ronin. Now, spirit me away from this place. Far, far, far away. Far, far, far away. Mwah, mwah, ha, ha, ha. Greg, no, cease your egress. Beyond the rift that lies between, to wondrous worlds yet unseen. Wait, no. Oh. I mean, this is going to get worse before it gets better. Wait for me, Inspector. He opened a hole into the rift. Lovely. Oh, there he goes, my beloved son. Not content to fly off into the skies before, this time he elects to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief though our time was together, I can't deny how much he has grown. Both as an Inspector Extraordinaire and as a Manderville man besides. I say a father could not be more proud. Just not even concerned that his son just disappeared into an interdimensional rift. Okay. Alright, Shigure. And off goes Lord Godbert, along with Akabono. I should thank him for that. Nothing left but for us to follow them back to Kugane, I suppose. Are you ready? Good, then let us be off. Alright. Don't do the dew prism. Alright. Alright, back to Kugane. I think it's probably just over here, right? At the entrance to the Sekisegumi barracks. Yep. There's Shigure. I cannot even begin to imagine where I would be had I never crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. The Sekisegumi have concluded that even before the chief coin counter fell under Akabono's thrall, he willingly and enthusiastically conspired with the merchant to illicit ends, and so he will be held to account. As for Akabono and his now defunct enterprise, the Thavnarian consulate has agreed to intercede on behalf of his countrymen to broker a more equitable arrangement between Hana suppliers and Hingan merchants. All agree that another monopoly would serve no one's interests. Regardless of their motivations, if their actions put more medicine in the hands of the sick and needy, then I think it's safe to call it a change for the better, don't you? The best part, if you ask me, in light of Akabono's crimes, all debts owed to him by those forced to pay his exorbitant prices are to be wiped clean. Well, good deal. At a time when I might not have thought as much, good and evil, the innocent and the criminal, it all seems so simple in the abstract. But out here in the real world, life is anything but. You and the Inspector helped me to understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond appearance and hearsay, and not be too quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I am worthy of the Sekisegumi, it is because of you and him. Ah, speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildebrand? Did you think we ought to do something? Conduct a search, or... Nah. I'll track him down. Oh, so this is a regular occurrence, is it? Fair enough. If you are certain that he will turn up eventually, none the worse for wear, then I shall take your word for it and strike all worry from my mind. Should the fateful day ever come that you and he are reunited once more, I but ask that you give him my best regards. I say the same for the wolf burglar. I wonder what he's doing now. Probably paying his respects to his father. What becomes of a man after death, I do not know, but I should like to believe that his father rests more easily this day. Shigure, this is no time to dawdle. Your duties are far from finished. Yes, forgive me, right away. Bumped my mic. Alright, I must take leave, but whenever you are passing through Kugane, I pray you do not hesitate to call on me here at the barracks. And we get the Manderville Mambo emote. Alright, you've learned the emote Manderville Mambo. And there he is. Aha! Right. Alright, good night, sweet Hildy. And that concludes the Stormblood Hildebrand quests. There were no Hildebrand quests in Endwalker. No, not Endwalker. Shadowbringers. So, the Hildebrand storyline returned in Endwalker. So, we'll be moving on to that next. But let me just check something. Alright, just checking time. And yeah, we're probably good to go ahead and just end this episode here. And we'll pick up next time with the start of the Endwalker Hildebrand quests. And see where he ended up after he disappeared into the rift. Alright, so for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.